Alright folks, yeah, Chef Kevin here. Why the reggae music, why the dancing? Well, I'm making Jamaican styled curry tonight with shrimp and lobster. Normally people associate curry with Indian food, but Indian food is also from the Caribbean because so many Indians have migrated to the islands quite a few years ago. But okay, look, I got a lot of food here. This is actually a simple meal, a good weekday meal. Let's get right into it. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so to begin with, I have 12 ounces of shrimp. These are actually farm raised, and I hate to use farm raised anything, but that's all I can find down here. I'm on the eastern shore of Virginia. This is like almost Siberia. So I like to get fresh, but okay, I had to settle for this. Now these are small, and that's quite okay because you don't want a jumbo shrimp in a stew. You'll choke on it. Yeah, I could use them, but then I gotta cut them up. But yeah, small is good. This way you can see what it is, and it tastes just as good. I have 2 lobster tails. These are kind of scrawny, but this will be enough for 3 people. Of course, these are frozen or previously frozen. Anytime you buy a lobster tail in any store, it's going to be previously frozen. Green bell pepper, ginger. You got to have ginger. You got to have garlic. You got to have onion. Using fire roasted diced tomatoes, just to make it easier. I have Jamaican style hot curry powder, yama. And I also have jerk seasoning. This is something typically from Jamaica, so I'm going with that. And I have a little fish sauce. This is not Jamaican at all. Fish sauce is made from fish that are decaying, decomposing, and it's an awful thing on its own, but it works really well with any Asian type of food or a soup or stew that's sort of Jamaican, Oriental, so it's going to go good. Okay, this is going to be a simple meal. What am I going to do first? I'm going to prep the garlic, prep the onion, prep the garlic, prep the pepper. Let's do this. I'm getting hungry. So here we go, folks. I have a big saute pan here, and I do that just so it makes you look at it easier. It's a better display. Little olive oil. Now traditionally you would use ghee, which is a clarified butter, but I really don't think it makes that much of a difference. Plus I think the ghee is very greasy because at the end of the meal, if you use ghee, you can see the fat floating on the top. It's not a look I want to go for right now. That's 1 small onion. Now I'm just going to make this translucent. Not going to get a lot of color on it. Just want to soften them up. This will probably take about 3 to 4 minutes max. Okay, the onions became translucent very quickly. I had to heat up high. That's called sweating the vegetables. Or sweating the onions, I should say. It's 3 cloves of garlic. And I'm going to put half of a green bell pepper in here. Of course, you know a green bell pepper is not hot. Going to stir that around pretty constantly just for a minute or so, so the fragrance of the garlic comes out. You don't want to burn garlic. That is one of the most awful smells in the world. I'm going to go ahead and add my curry powder very early on. That's 2 tablespoons. And this is called burning the spices or roasting the spices. This brings out a lot of flavor. Smells so good already. I'm going to stir this around for a couple of minutes. Okay, so the ginger, the garlic, the bell peppers have been sauteing. I'm going to add my fire roasted diced tomatoes. That's 14.5 ounces. Now perhaps a Jamaican grandmother wouldn't use canned fire roasted tomatoes, but it is what it is. Looks good though, right? Okay, I'm going to bring that up to a simmer. Going to add my jerk sauce. At this time, this is traditional Jamaican bottled jerk sauce. I get it. It's mild. This has spices in it. A lot of spices in it. One of them are habanero peppers. So that's why I'm not going to add any more hot peppers to this dish. I also have to do some driving tomorrow, so it wouldn't be quite convenient to get carried away. Oh, this smells so good. Yama! Okay, I'm going to let this heat up. I'm going to simmer it, get it to temp, and then throw the lobster and shrimp in. It's coming to a simmer. And I'm going to add a little fish sauce. Now you don't need a lot. Just a few drops is all you need. This stuff is potent as hell. Serious. Okay, the mixture is a little thick, so I'm going to thin it out with a little chicken stock. I'm going to go ahead and add my shrimp, my beautiful farm-raised shrimp. And I'm going to add my previously frozen, hopefully Maine lobsters. Okay, now the lobster and the shrimp cook quick. So once I bring this up to once I bring it back to a simmer, this is going to cook quick. I'm going to add some black pepper, but I'm not going to add any salt yet because I'm not quite sure how much salt is in the jerk seasoning. And I know the shrimp has natural salt in it, so I'll wait till this is over. Nobody likes salty food. Okay, I've been simmering for 5 minutes, and the shrimp and the lobster cook real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and add my cilantro. And cilantro is one of those herbs that you throw in at the very last stage of the cooking. Otherwise it becomes mush. Now, you know, this is really a pretty healthy meal because a lot of times people add thickeners to their recipes, either cornstarch or flour or a roux, which is a butter flour mix. So I added none of that stuff. So this, on a health scale, I think is pretty good. You got the garlic and the ginger, and that's right off the bat considered healthy by many specialists. Taste this sauce here. Ooh. That is curry, man. Okay, that's the last time I make a Jamaican type accent. Oh, this looks so good. This smells so awesome, boy. Ooh, wow. Okay. Next thing to do is plate it and eat it. So let's do the taste test here. I mean, it smells awesome. I've been tasting it, you know, I'm tweaking it. It's what you're supposed to do as a chef. I think the shrimp is cooked quite nice. It's not overcooked. It's very easy to overcook shrimp and then they become rubbery. I'm gonna have a piece of this lobster here. This sauce is to die for. Wow, that's so good. You know, it has so much flavor. It has a certain amount of heat, which it should have. It's Caribbean, it's jerk. But it's not over the top. So, yeah, I think this is a real fine meal. I appreciate it if you watch the whole video. And if you're thinking about subscribing, I would ask you to please consider subscribing.
How about no?
Dr. Evil, get the hell off my show. I don't need you on my channel.